I think it's important to engage in interfaith activities because as youth and adolescence, it's kind of, you don't want to be stuck in a bubble. You want to kind of venture out because when you grow up, you want to have that experience in those relationships with those different people, because people tend to, when they don't have those experiences growing up, they kind of stick kind of to what they know. And it's better to venture out and get to know those people, and then you get to see like their worldviews. Like someone different than me can say, oh, well, I look at this differently. I can be like, oh, well, I never thought about it that way.
I think it's important for my age group to do interfaith work because it's important to practice having a respectful dialogue, and when we go on to other experiences like in college, you never really know what situation you're going to get into, and I think it's important to be able to, once we learn from one another, to have a better understanding of our faith and of other people, then we can be more comfortable in whatever situations we're in the future.
I like the whole idea of bringing different teens from different religions because it kind of helps me understand more about them, and it kind of helps me learn about who they are, and I can see that they're a lot more like me.
I love seeing the contrasts between my faith and other people's faith. I love learning those things because it really helps me see my faith through an outsider's perspective.
Even though our symbols might look different, the color of the fruit is different, that we all come from the same tree, that we all have the same roots, really.
I think in order to make change, I should be a part of that change in order to get to know people and their perspectives. If I don't do it, then I kind of think about who will do it, and that's my thinking. If I want change in the world, then I have to be part of that change.
Even with everything that's going on in the news and all the hatred that's being spewed, that even on a local level, even to a global level, there's still love everywhere, and people are people. No one is taught to hate. People are fed lies and just falsehoods, and honestly my heart was moved whenever I came out here and I started helping, and everyone else welcomed me and I welcomed them back, and I made friends, and I just thought that was a very beautiful thing.
This being a musical event shapes my experience because we all come from different backgrounds, and I love seeing how we can all be unified through our love of music.
Music is what brings us together as well. Music to me is beautiful. Any kind of music, any kind of way, and it's just seeing somebody put their all, and you see their faith and everything in that music. It makes you want to ask them, so how do you feel about that? How does that, maybe if it's in a language you don't know, just be what does this mean? How, and it opens up conversations, and I just see the beauty in music in general, and so seeing how it just affects other people is great.
I think we probably all, since we've done interfaith things, we kind of know that cultures and religions do collide, but I think this tour really showed me to the extent I felt I kind of knew that all religions are connected in some way, but this showed me how many different ways. I've always known the three Abrahamic religions kind of share ties in their own histories, but I never really considered Hinduism as a part of that. I didn't really realize how many ties. And
I've always thought of art as being sort of a very perspective-based expression, where every single person who views it has something different to take about from it. But it was really, really just like eye-opening to see that even in something that was tailored to one culture could have been interpreted by every single culture in a sort of unique pathway that saw this like overarching theme. It was just like the idea that abstraction can be connected by a universal theme, even though there should be hundreds or thousands of different perspectives, that there's something overarching there.
And I think that I would encourage anybody to find some way to participate in some kind of interfaith work, because I think that it's very, very important to stay educated and to have respectful discussions with others.
I really enjoy interfaith interactions. I think it's necessary with the climate of today to talk to each other and actually take some time out to just listen. I think that's a really good things to have to happen.